I felt like a failure as a mom. It was really hard. How did you get here? You know, how does your life come to this point?
Most people are surprised to know that on any given night, there are homeless families and homeless individuals right here in our own community with no safe place to sleep. Shelter Network has a solution to this problem. In 1987, a group of caring people founded Shelter Network with the vision of providing hope and help to the nearly 5,000 people who become homeless each year on the peninsula. Shelter Network has residential sites for families in Menlo Park, Redwood City, San Mateo, and Daly City, and a residential site for single adults in Redwood City. Over 80% of the families and individuals completing Shelter Network's programs are rapidly rehoused and returned to permanent housing.
When I was first diagnosed with breast cancer, it wasn't a shock to me because I knew that I had a small lump in my breast. I just had a mastectomy in December. Prior to that, I had 6 weeks of radiation every single day. And before that, I had 12 weeks of chemotherapy. And the hours that I needed to put into work to support my son and my dad and myself, I just didn't have it. I was not prepared to be a homeless mother with cancer.
I found myself in need of the services of Shelter Network 2 years ago when my ex decided that he no longer wanted to be in a relationship. So at that time when he left, the children and I were left without a vehicle. I was not working, so I had no money, and without any place to stay. I was depressed, on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
With the exceptionally high cost of living on the peninsula, many people with low-wage jobs struggle just to make ends meet. Shelter Network provides the shelter, the food, and the comprehensive support services needed to help families and individuals become self-sufficient once again.
When I first came to Shelter Network, I was very scared. I didn't know what to expect, but I got strength back very quickly, partly due to the fact that Shelter Network offered us this huge blessing of this nice room in a safe, clean environment. Shelter Network has been very supportive in my job search. They have helped me with more work and higher paying positions within my current job.
I was referred to Shelter Network, which was wonderful. Once I saw the facility, I felt as if anything was possible. I felt lucky to be there, to have childcare 5 feet away from you. Sitting down, working with a budget gave me hope. The assistance from the case managers there gave me hope. Everyone is so positive. The first goal that I set was to definitely give back to the community. My second goal was to make sure that I went back to school. The third goal is I will be opening up a group home for expecting teenage mothers.
Shelter Network's programs are possible because they have the support of the entire community.
I love coming to Shelter Network. I love the families, especially love the kids, their excitement, their enthusiasm. I just love it. I mean, I would come here every day if I could.
Everyone around you is in the same position as you are. It's not just like blue tarp, sleeping on cots. It's basically an apartment building, but like the community is really tight.
We like to get to know an organization to some extent, so we have done some volunteering, and in so doing, there's sort of a face that we've put to homelessness. And so we have a sense of giving back to people we've met and people who have extraordinary stories.
Shelter Network I don't even see as a program. I see Shelter Network as an extended family. I have grown in so many ways, and I will overcome this, just like I've overcome my cancer, and I will overcome homelessness.
I would really just say thank you for changing my life and changing my children's life.
Thanks to Shelter Network, children like this little girl have a safe place to sleep again. Since 1987, Shelter Network has helped tens of thousands of people return to permanent homes. With your support, Shelter Network will continue to lead the way back home for thousands of homeless families and homeless individuals in our community.
It's an extraordinary experience to be able to be a donor. You get back really more emotionally than you give.
Well, you can see where your money's being used and who the potential beneficiaries are. They know how to help people, and so this is the place to be if you need the help that they can provide for families.
What's important to us is the kind of help they give. It's not just a bed and breakfast for a night or two. It works with a whole person.
Shelter Network in its field in the area of homelessness and caring for the poor is the best.
Shelter Network and what they do for young people and what they do for kids is a shining example of why I want to be involved with them. Shelter Network, they put people on their shoulders, they put families on their shoulders so they can see greatness.